Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Princess. I'm an international student in Ca- in Canada, Toronto, Canada to be precise. So since my last two video about my relocation vlog dropped, I've been getting a lot of questions about my process and how I moved to Canada, how my study permit is and how I got my study permit, how it is moving with my son, those kind of questions. So today we're going to do a little Q&A just to answer some of those questions. I'm going to do subsequent videos where I answer some of these questions more in depth, but today we are just like smooth sailing. This is just a sprinkle. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe to help my page, because fam, we are moving. Look at me, I have a mic now, so we are moving. All right, I have 13 questions here, so let's just dive right in. The first question: is going with my son overwhelming? Yes, some days it actually is overwhelming. Like, I miss Raphael is not here. Like, I can't just hand him over and be like, oh, I need a break. Some evenings, weekends are like the worst because it's like it's not ending. I feel like I have Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. So yes, it gets overwhelming sometimes. But I rant, I call my friends, call my family, I rant to them, complain, and move on. Like, really, there's nothing we can do. But yes, it is overwhelming. So if you're coming your child, try to plan like their daycare and a lot of things, like even your apartment hunt. You want to be as comfortable as possible, because dealing with a child, um, being a full-time student isn't easy at all. So the next one: do I prefer living in Canada to Bahamas? So as of now, like now, October, yes, I prefer living in Canada. Like, fam, I was in Bahamas for 3 years. I couldn't work in Bahamas. I couldn't do a lot of things. I had so much limitations when I was in Bahamas. I met amazing friends and I miss them, but I do not miss Bahamas yet. Maybe I'll miss Bahamas when winter comes, because everybody's like, oh, winter is coming, winter is coming. So then I may miss Bahamas, but now I don't miss Bahamas yet. I prefer living in Canada. The next question: from my biometrics, how long did my application take? So I had two applications. My first study visa got rejected. Like, Canada sent me breakfast. And the funny thing is, the rejection came in the morning. So this was like real breakfast. So my first application after my biometrics, okay, I had to wait two weeks to take my biometrics, because you don't take biometrics in Bahamas. I had to travel to Miami, and the dates were like 2 weeks, 3 weeks apart. I couldn't get an immediate date, but then after I took my biometrics, it took 8 business days for my visa to get rejected, and that I applied early. So then the processing time was shorter in the Bahamas. But then my second application, after I applied, it took 30 days. 30 long days and nights before my visa got approved, which is the visa I'm on now. So the first one 8 days, and then the second one 30 days. The next question: what airports did I take off from? Because they don't say Q on my vlog. So I left from Bahamas. I didn't leave from Nigeria. So I took off from Nassau Airport. The next question: how will I cope with a baby and studying? So um it's just all about planning, to be honest. It is hectic, yes. I won't say it's easy, it's hectic, but I'd already mentally prepared myself for this. So I think that's why I'm kind of rolling with it. So Asha is in full-time daycare, so he goes to daycare from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and then I study from 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. So when he's in daycare, I'm studying and then I read at night from like 9 p.m. to like 12 or 11. So it's definitely hectic, but for now I'm still doing online classes. But Asha is in full-time daycare, so I don't think he's gonna interrupt me during the week unless it's an emergency. So it's just all about planning, really. And it's hectic, but we move. So the next question, how long does a student's visa take? So this is just like the other question. So it depends on where you're applying from. When I did my first application, processing time in Bahamas was just 16 days and mine took 8 days. But then when I was doing my second application, the processing time was 30 days and mine took 30 days. So it depends on where you're applying from. If you're from Nigeria, I've heard people that have gotten their visa in 2 weeks, in 1 month, 3 months. It just depends, and the time, because my first application there was no school rush, so I think that was why the processing time was shorter. But then the second application, that was like July ending, so everybody was rushing for September. So it also depends on when you apply. The next question, aside express entry, which other means is easier and straightforward for relocating to Canada? So I heard, or I think everybody says student visa is like the fastest now, and it's straightforward because once you have your admission, you have your good SOP, you have your application, you have your funds, getting the visa is easier compared to express entry. Because fam, I've known people that have been in express entry pool for years. Like the pool, they've been in the pool, they've left the pool, they've joined the pool. It's just been a long process. But study permit, you can be done with everything in like 6 months if you're fast, or less actually. So yeah, I feel study permit is easier and straightforward. So far you have the funds for it. So the next question, when did I start the process and how long did it take? Okay, so I started this process October 2021. My friend was posting on my friend is an agent for US admissions and all. So he was posting on his status, oh, Canada is giving study permits now and all that. And I was just at that point where I was just in the Bahamas, not doing anything. And I was like, oh, let me just try and see. And I just started working towards it. So I started this whole process October 2021, and it took like 10 months ish. If I had gotten my visa, my first study permit, it could have taken less and less money too. I'm gonna go in detail later, the whole process and how I went to court and all those long things later in another video. I think the next video, to be honest. So the next question, what does it take to relocate to Canada? Okay, so this is what does it take to relocate to Canada? So I would say it takes patience, because fam, Canada is not like UK that you're done in like 1 month or in weeks. You need patience. Like, I'm not a very patient person, but I have known patience this past year. Because you're constantly waiting for something or waiting on something. There's this whole long wait. So you need patience, you need money, a lot of money. If you're considering coming to Canada as an international student, especially, you need money, because an international student pay 3 times, 4 times more tuition than a, do I say local? Than a domestic student. So international fees range from like 10K, 12K, 17K, 18K. I'm going to go into more details about my school and how much I pay in another video. So the next one is, oh, and yes, another thing, you need information, a lot of information, so you know what pathway to take. Like, I came in through study visa. I know my friend came in through permanent resident, that is the express entry. I know someone else that also came in through asylum. So they have different pathways. So you need information to know what pathway actually suits you and what pathway will give you a higher chance of moving to Canada. So what school am I? What course am I studying? So I'm in Georgian College, but I'm attending Georgian at ILAC, which is an annex campus downtown Toronto, and I am studying global business management, which is an amazing course. Just when I finished this first semester that has like accounting, economics, statistics, like fam, I wanted this for the human resource part, not this numbers part. So I'm studying global business management at Georgian College, but my campus is Georgian at ILAC, downtown Toronto. How is my school? How is my school? I don't know. My school is fine. So this semester, because my visa came in late and I did my registration late, I'm actually studying online this semester. So I really don't know how to answer that question. The classes are amazing. They're like 3 hours long a class, 6 classes a week. So that is just to give you an idea. It is intense. It's very well detailed. The courses are nice. The courses I like anyway. The other ones, I'm just tolerating it. But my school is nice, I guess. Maybe I can answer this question in January when I start going to classes in person. But yeah, I don't know how to answer that question. My school is fine. So are there part-time jobs? Yes, there are part-time jobs. I'm still looking for a job myself, but just because of my circumstance, I don't have flexible schedule. So I'm not available weekends. Most people, they want someone available maybe one day during the week and weekends, but I'm not available weekends because it doesn't make sense to pay daycare for Asha weekend just for me to work for the daycare money. Doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna do more videos about like how much daycare is, the wait list and all that in another video. But yes, there are part-time jobs. You go online on Indeed, on LinkedIn. Then you can also attend job fairs. I attended some job fairs that I would have gotten jobs if only I had more flexibility. And then I went to the mall like yesterday and there were a lot of people recruiting. Just look at the doors, they always paste it there like hiring or we're now hiring, and then you just submit your resume. If you have flexible hours, you're prone to get a job faster. And then there are agencies that can also still get you jobs. But yes, there are jobs. You're looking for like part-time job as a student, there are jobs. It just depends on what you want. So the last question, are there opportunities for photographers? So to be honest, I really don't know because I don't know any photographer that moved, but I think you should check the express entry and then you check, you know, the skill under the skilled workers category and see if there's a need for photographers. Then that would be a nice route. Or you can come in through study, but then maybe you study something photography art related. Yeah, if you want to come in through study, I think that's a way. Or you can check express entry if you want to come in through the skilled workers program. So that's all the questions. 13 questions answered as quickly as I can. I'm gonna try and be releasing videos weekly, maybe 1 video a week or 2 videos a week. And yes, so thank you for watching this video. Please like that button, comment. If you have more questions, you can send me an email. Some of you reached out to me on Facebook. You can send me a messenger there. I'm not really active on Instagram, but yeah, you can send me anywhere. My name is Princess Phillips, and I think that's where it is everywhere, I think. So yes, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next week from Canada.